that's coming to fruition. So his studio's probably almost done, because I don't know how much he wants to do on location or how much he wants to do in the studio. And just to, have the opportunity to executive produce a movie, a TV series that I was in the movie for, even though it's not all based on Rich Porter, AZ, and everything else. I think it's more than that. Not I think, I know it is. But, I don't want to say too much because, somebody said I announced that I was the president or something, up everything. So I'm just going to shut up. And when it's time, and when it's time to make the right announcement and tell y'all more about it, then
This situation didn't start loud, but it's about to get very expensive for certain people. What's unfolding right now is a quiet power shift, the type that turns into a serious payday. And one key name is standing right in the middle of it all. While most people are still stuck replaying the past, Camron is already focused on what's next, and the money behind this move is starting to look real heavy. Here's where things really get interesting. Behind the scenes, 50 Cent has been holding the cards for a long time, way before any public announcements or social media noise.
Up a post about, you executive producing a Paid in Full series. You want to tell the people about that?
Well, first of all, shout out to Star, shout out to 50. But he told me about this about a year ago, that he had the rights, maybe a little less than a year. He had the rights to the Paid in Full series. And, there's a few stories he wanted to talk about, Preacher, and he was like, he gonna let me executive produce it with him. And that was it. And we had a couple.
He already had the rights, the vision, and the rollout mapped out. And according to what's been shared, Camron was looped into this plan almost a full year ago. So this wasn't random at all. That means this move was calculated, strategic, and handled quietly from the jump. And let's be real for a second. Paid in Full isn't just another early 2000s movie. It's a cornerstone of street culture, built on Rich Porter, AZ, the hustle, the ambition, and the rise that always comes before the fall. That story still hits hard today. People quote it, reference it, and break it down like real-life history, not just entertainment. So when a series revival starts bubbling up, this isn't nostalgia for laughs or vibes. This is business with real weight behind it, real money, and real stakes attached. Now here's the part that flips the whole board. Camron isn't just sliding in for a quick cameo or slapping his name on a promo flyer. He's stepping in as an executive producer alongside 50 Cent. And that's not just creative input, that's control, ownership, and long-term money. We're talking back-end deals, decision-making power, and real influence over how the story gets told and sold. And that's exactly why people are side-eyeing Dame Dash being completely left out of the equation. Intentional or not, the message is loud. The Paid in Full universe is moving forward, and it's moving without him. In this industry, silence talks just as loud as headlines, and from a bigger angle, this isn't about honoring the past, it's about building an empire. 50 already showed he knows how to turn stories into straight cash, and this move fits that playbook perfectly. The Power universe didn't just survive, it multiplied fast. One show turned into spin-offs, specials, and a full-blown franchise that keeps printing money, and that blueprint is already proven and battle-tested. So when people hear 50 Cent and Camron teaming up on Paid in Full, they're not picturing just another series. They're seeing the next power-style takeover with a new skin on it. Same formula, different story, and likely the same results. Camron stepping into this lane shows he's thinking way past music bars or acting credits. He's thinking structure, leverage, and legacy. What really makes this move slick is the timing, because streaming platforms are starving for gritty, authentic stories with real cultural roots. And Paid in Full already has the audience locked in before a single frame drops. That puts Cam and 50 in a strong negotiating seat right out the gate.
Conversations, and when he announced it the other day, I said it almost must be time, because I know he's getting this situation together in Shreveport. They's giving him a hard time about his studio in Shreveport, but I've been looking. That's coming to fruition, so his studio is probably almost done, because I don't know how much he wants to do on location or how much he wants to do in the studio. And just to, have the opportunity to executive produce a movie, a TV series that I was in the movie for, even though it's not all based on.
While fans argue about loyalty, credit, and who should or shouldn't be involved, the business keeps rolling forward. Deals don't wait for feelings to cool off, and opportunities don't pause for old ties to heal. From the outside, it might look like a simple link-up, but zoom out and it's a chess move. Camron aligning himself with a proven media heavyweight like 50 is a clean pivot that locks him into a space where storytelling meets ownership, and ownership is where the real money lives. So while some people are still stuck staring in the rear view, Camron is already lining himself up ahead of the curve. If this series lands anywhere close to how Power did, the money won't just be good, it'll be generational. And at that stage, being left out won't just sting emotionally, it'll hit pockets hard, which is why this move matters way more than most people think. This isn't entertainment gossip or internet chatter. This is real business happening in real time. Let's talk numbers for a second, because this isn't hype, it's proof. 50 Cent didn't luck into success. He built a machine designed to print money. We're talking hundreds of millions generated from one universe alone. And that's before you even add streaming contracts, overseas licensing, and merch deals into the mix. Most people catch one hit and slowly fade out, but he flipped one idea into a full ecosystem and keeps expanding it like he's still got something to prove. That's exactly why this paid in full situation carries so much weight. This isn't a random reboot or a dusty throwback. This is another calculated expansion, and Camron stepping in as executive producer shifts the entire dynamic. He's not just popping up on set, reading lines, and cashing a check. He's sitting at the table where real decisions get made, from casting calls to story arcs, tone, and direction. All of that is now in his lane. And let's keep it real, when 50 runs point, he doesn't do cheap, rushed, or sloppy projects, ever. He goes for premium quality, big budgets, and long-term payoff every time.
Rich Porter, AZ, and everything else, I think it's more than that. Not I think, I know it is, but, I don't want to say too much because, somebody said I announced that I was the president or some shit and it fucked up everything. So I'm just going to shut up. And when it's time to make the right announcement and tell y'all more about it, then I will. But right now, that's privy to the information that I can give you.
He knows how to package a story so it smacks the culture and still makes execs nod in approval, and that balance is rare. That's exactly why platforms trust 50 Cent and why his projects keep getting renewed, expanded, and pushed even harder. Now, here's where things get uncomfortable. For some people, Dame Dash technically could have been in this position too. The door wasn't locked forever. It was burned shut a long time ago, and that matters. If bridges hadn't been destroyed years back, there's no real reason he couldn't have had a role on the business side, the creative side, or both. But relationships run this industry, and once trust is gone, the train doesn't wait around. That chapter already wrote itself, and history doesn't rewind just because the ending hurts. While some people stayed trapped in old energy, Camron made the adjustment. He didn't cry online, didn't chase approval. He lined himself up with momentum, and now he's the one sliding into that executive seat while the money keeps moving. What 50 respects most isn't talk at all. It's execution, loyalty, vision, and results. Because in this game, those matter way more than old titles or past credit. If you move when it's time to move, you stay in the game. Simple. If you hesitate, drag grudges, or sit on old feelings, the game keeps rolling without you. Camron understood that assignment perfectly, and that's exactly why this paid in full series has real potential to hit just as hard as the Power universe. This isn't just a story about hustling, it's a brand with global recognition. People who never even sat down to watch the movie still know the name, and that kind of cultural weight doesn't disappear, it evolves. Paid in Full isn't just a film from the past, it's a reference point that shaped fashion, slang, ambition, and mindset across generations. Now with the right structure behind it, this thing is positioned to grow way beyond a single project. We're talking multiple seasons, spin-offs, documentaries, the doors are wide open. Adding Camron into the mix only strengthens the play because he bridges street credibility with corporate boardrooms, and that balance is rare. You need authenticity without chaos and business without selling the soul. That's the sweet spot. This isn't just entertainment news, it's a business lesson happening in real time.
It isn't just about Rich Port AZ and Alpo. It's stories about different people, Fritz, Preacher, so on and so forth. But when I'm privy to give you guys more information, I will tell you more information. But I'm not jumping the gun and saying too much more than I need to tell you. But when it's time for casting and everything else, I'm pretty sure it'll be a big announcement and we'll get down to the nitty gritty then. But that's as much information I can give you till I speak the fifth. And
ownership beats exposure every time. Being in the room beats being talked about. And aligning with people who know how to scale ideas is how careers turn into empires. So while some folks are still arguing about what should have happened years ago, the future is already being built, brick by brick. The checks are lining up, the cameras are warming up, and the blueprint is already proven. This move isn't loud at all, it's lethal. And by the time it fully lands, the numbers will explain everything better than any interview ever could. Camron and 50 Cent are saying a lot without raising their voices, and that part is intentional. Knowing the streets is one thing, but knowing how to protect a brand and execute a real plan is where the real money lives. Talent alone doesn't cut checks at this level. Strategy does, timing does, and control definitely does. That's the part people miss when they stay focused on who was hot back then instead of who's moving smart right now. Look at how this is being lined up. Paid in Full isn't being treated like a quick nostalgia flip. It's being positioned as a full franchise stream. We're talking series, long-form storytelling, and possibly even a theatrical angle down the road, and none of that happens by accident. This is a rollout designed to stretch the brand across multiple lanes and keep it earning for years, not weeks. And when 50 touches a project, he never thinks small. He thinks seasons, spin-offs, side stories, and global reach because he's already proven how to turn one idea into an entire self-feeding universe. That's where Camron's position becomes critical. This isn't just about acting or name recognition anymore. He's sitting in a spot where momentum turns into leverage, opening doors to new deals, media ventures, creative partnerships, and long-term plays that go way beyond a single project. This is how you transition from being part of the culture to actually owning pieces of it. Camron isn't just grabbing a check and disappearing, he's building equity, and that's a whole different level. Equity means the project grows and his value grows right along with it, and that's the gap between quick money and legacy money. Once you're inside that system, doors start opening that you didn't even know existed. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. If Dame Dash had played his cards differently, this could be a completely different conversation. Same brand, same history, same cultural ties, all of it could have been flipped into something massive. But business doesn't reward what could have happened. It rewards execution, period. Connections only matter if you protect them, and influence only lasts if people trust you with the future. Once relationships crack, the machine doesn't stop moving, it just swaps parts, and that's exactly what we're watching play out in real time. This whole situation is a reminder that loyalty and business sense weigh just as much as talent, sometimes even more. You can be iconic and still miss the bag if you don't move smart. The industry doesn't pause for emotions or old stories. It keeps moving with whoever understands the moment. That's why this move is bigger than just one show. This is the kind of partnership that changes how hip-hop figures approach business, ownership, and long-term power. This isn't about fighting for credit after the dust settles. It's about positioning yourself early and staying aligned with people who know how to scale ideas. Paid in Full was never just about Rich Porter, Alpo, or the original cast. It was always about ambition, risk, and consequence, themes that still hit hard today and don't age out. Now those same ideas are being repackaged for a global audience with real infrastructure behind them. The streets respect the brand, the culture respects the brand, and now the business world is lining up to lock in too. That kind of alignment is rare, and when it clicks, it hits heavy and fast. So the real takeaway here isn't gossip, it's game. Camron isn't just grabbing a check, he's learning the blueprint while executing it in real time. He's securing seats at tables that don't rotate often. And once you're in those rooms, the payouts don't stop after one season. This is how careers evolve and how moments turn into movements. This is how people stop chasing opportunities and start building them from scratch. And once again, 50 Cent is proving a point people keep missing. Give him a story, a moment, or a cultural property, and he knows exactly how to flip it into a money engine. This isn't luck, and it's not hype. It's pattern recognition. He understands where entertainment and business collide in hip-hop, and he always positions himself right where both worlds meet. What makes this whole situation even crazier is it feels like we're only watching the opening chapter. We haven't even seen the full cast lineup yet. No confirmed locations, no locked visual style, and no full marketing rollout either. And if history taught us anything, there's always more hiding behind the curtain, spin-offs, extensions, side stories, all that. Those moves never get announced until the foundation is already rock solid. If the blueprint feels familiar, that's because it is. It's the same way one show turned into a full universe before, and this paid in full project is clearly being lined up for long-term growth. Streaming deals, licensing plays, international reach, all of that is on the table once momentum kicks in. And when it starts, it doesn't slow down, it multiplies. That's why this moment matters way beyond entertainment gossip. This is a real-time lesson in leverage, ownership, and execution. Talent opens the door, but control keeps you inside. Timing creates opportunity, but alignment turns it into longevity, and that's the gap between a hot moment and a lasting empire. Now let's address the question everyone keeps dancing around. Is there still a chance for Dame Dash to be involved if things somehow get patched up later? In theory, anything is possible. In reality, business moves fast and windows don't stay open forever. Once a machine starts rolling, it rarely stops to look backward. Still, this industry is wild. Relationships get repaired, alliances shift, and money has a way of changing conversations. Whether that door is cracked or fully shut is something only time will tell. But what's clear right now is who's actively building and who's watching from the outside while it happens. That's why this whole situation hits way harder than most people realize. This isn't about picking sides or replaying old drama. It's about understanding how power actually moves in modern entertainment. The rules changed, and the ones who adapt are the ones who win, plain and simple. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think there's still room for Dame Dash in this picture, or do you think that chapter is already closed for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let the conversation run. No filters. If you rocked with this breakdown, make sure you like the video, share it, and subscribe to Dripzine so you don't miss what's coming next. More stories, more industry power moves, and more celebrity drama are on the way. So help the channel grow by clicking hype this video. It's free and it really helps. And don't click away yet. Tap into the next video popping up on your screen right now. Thank you for rocking with Dripzine.